Today we are bringing you inside the life of an NHL personal trainer.
Go, 1, up, 2.
This is Tony Greco, but you may be more familiar with his clientele.
The whole team comes out. Point number 1,000 for Closeroo. Out of the box is Brent Clark. He's got a breakaway. To the backhand, forehand, scores!
This man has dedicated his life to personal fitness and holding the stars of your favorite sport accountable.
When you're doing those knee drives, don't show them your reps.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's that quick seesaw lunge back and forth.
You know, when you're with Tony, you know, you just builds all aspects of your body. You feel like every summer, I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. But it's just what he does. You know, you kind of buy into the system that he preaches, and you know it has the results. You know, results talk a lot, and you know he's really good at injury prevention. He builds all the right angles. He lets you, you know, you're never gonna pull a muscle because you're used to doing all this stuff now. So it's good, and I have the utmost faith in him, and yeah, I'm gonna be with him for the rest of my life. So I'm really happy to be here.
So, why do you start the guys off with so much espresso here?
Well, the thing is, most people have a pre-workout. Our pre-workout is an espresso because about 28 grams of caffeine, so fires up the nervous system. There's actually been a lot of studies, gives you a more mental clarity of what you're doing. You're more alert. You're actually more in the game, and you know what? I think anything that comes from the ground is natural, so I don't really like a lot of pre-workout drinks. There's a lot of like different things in there that like I don't understand. I have to research some of these different chemicals that I think affect the body.
You want to know something funny? The first meeting I ever had with you at the old studio in whatever part of town of Ottawa, I didn't want to be rude, so I said yes to every espresso I was offered. I had 8 that day.
You must have been buzzing.
Now with the first group session of the day, intensity is rising. It features Kings star prospect Brent Clark, who's coming off an incredible first season pro, and his older brother Graham, who is looking to make all the right impressions when he lands in Minnesota.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it, straddle it, go right over it, come up with the nice roll, come up with the one, yep. Good, that's it, This is Brent Clark after his block of these series of exercises. This is some active recovery. So he's actually doing some skipping just to keep that heart rate up and slowly bring it down for his next block. So this is some of the active recovery I like to use after the isometric block. Pretty cool. Around, resist, that's it. There you go, there you go. First step, you go, first step. Good. Good. Yes, that's it. Switch it up.
I think it's kind of tradition now. It's been hard to count, probably like six years now at least, and I just feel like it's the best preparation for the season, and kind of the bond we have now. It's like we're almost best friends and stuff when we come in the gym, and no, it's great. I love it. It was a goal that I wanted to accomplish, and you know, I think it's just the beginning, but it was definitely when you step on the ice for the first time in that game, it was definitely a goal, and then you just want to keep going from there, so it's great.
You and your brother have been training out of here for years now. Who's the harder worker?
I don't know. I'd probably say me, and he'd probably say him, so that's probably how it'll always be, but no, it's good. I think we both just want to push each other, and it's good. Like we said, we've been in the same group for probably 6 years now, so it's good.
Just outside the studio, in the jungle, as they call it, the future of Boston is preparing to take the NCAA by storm. Dean Letourneau heard his name called in the first round of the 2024 NHL Draft when the Bruins selected him 25th overall. Paired with his recent commitment to Boston College, the highly touted prospect is trusting the TG team to get him ready for the next level in his hockey career.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. You should feel your core engaged when you come through. Yeah. 8, 4, 5. Try to breathe on every contraction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Just guys, keep going. After the good. 1, 2, got the boy. 1, that's it. 2, 1, 2.
It's pretty special. I mean, there's a pretty small group of guys here, but we all compete hard. So I mean, I'm glad I get to work out with these guys. They were 8th overall picks with Quinn, Clark. We got Graham, Claude, Ben Hutton comes in. So it's good to be with those guys, and they get to push me. I get to see how hard they work and how hard I need to work to make the NHL. I've been here for 6 years working out with those guys, so I think that's kind of been something that's helped me along the way. The main thing is just my speed. Being a big guy, I need to maintain my speed and agility. So I mean, I've just noticed a big improvement in that. A lot of people have kind of said I move pretty well for a big guy, and it's all kind of thanks to Tony here and all the movements and plyometrics we do.
Probably the most unique thing about being in Tony's studio is you get to see the future of the hockey world before they even start playing junior. David, Jaden, and Zach are all looking to be the next big things in the sport, and they're trusting Tony to help get them there.
This guy's Jaden Switzer, works his bag off. On the ice, I've seen him play. He's fast, big, explosive. Guy that you would love on his team. David Buckman, really top defenseman. He plays very smart. He's got great vision. This is what people say about him. Really controls the puck. He get the puck, bring it down, and he's a high prospect. Well, you see the thresholds, you see the obstacles when he's doing the exercises. You know, he accepts kind of like what the exercises are because they're not easy to do, and the way he goes through it, just mentally. So that translates on the ice because under critical situations where he's got to go in the corner, get the puck, make a quick decision, you know, carry the puck. It says a lot. Like you see how he's kind of doing that transition exercise right now, back and forth. Not the easiest thing, especially his third round, but he gets through it, and then that data stores in that computer, so it translates on the ice. So he does a lot of the little things very good, and you can see that in the gym too. So it translates on the ice. I look for those things as a trainer. So that's Zach White, another strong defenseman, guys. And again, some of these guys haven't even grown into their body yet, right? Like they're just young kids. But you can see that they're starting this kind of training at a young age. They're getting a good foundation. He's a solid dude. Plays smart, stays at home, big guy, and just does, again, a lot of little things right. You know, defensemen, if you're not recognized, you're usually doing a lot of good things. That's what Zach does.
I think that Tony's a great environment, and there's great people working here. I think he just pushes us to always get better, and not only do we work on speed, we also work on upper body and lower body, and we also do sprinting and everything. So it's a very great place, and I love working out here.
Yeah, he really pushes us mentally. He comes to our games, he supports us. Everyone here is just very positive and helps us.
Yeah, it's a great setting to work out in. He's always pushing us to be the best we can. No matter what, even if you have one last rep, you gotta do it. It's what's gonna make you better.
I will say one of the more unique things that I also find about here is, like, obviously we were talking about the espresso a little bit earlier, but like you walk in, immediately boom, it's like espresso, and then as soon as the boys are done their workout, they basically get handed a shake.
Yeah, because this is a post meal. So what happens is during the course of that workout, a lot of these guys have been like ripping and tearing their tissue. So that muscle is crying right now to get fed. And the quickest food to get back into is a smoothie, because normally you're supposed to chew your food 33 times before you swallow. Nobody does that. So this is in the form of a liquid. So what this is a whole meal in a glass. Try it. This is actually
I haven't worked nearly as hard as the guys today, but
that is mango madness. So we have 3 different shakes. One is a major calorie builder, like if people need to put on more weight, but most important, it's to repair. So that muscle that's been torn right now, that you have like 30 grams of protein there. So think of a chicken breast the size of the palm of your hand. So we just took that chicken breast and put it, boom, right into the glass. And then we got about 2 scoops of green vegetables in there with our veggie greens. And then there's also a banana in there, and just some water, and that's it. Like,
and it's a 10 out of 10 smoothie. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you. I love the mango too. It's awesome. It's one of my favorite. We have the peanut butter one. You have to try that next time.
Yeah.
But that's more of a calorie builder. And then we have the mixed berry, the berry blast. But those 3 are the 3 main ones that are most important for people to refuel right after they've actually worked out, because the muscles start to look for food, right?
Yeah.
So, and I tell these guys, you should be eating like right after about 45 minutes, right after your workout, because the body's going to start looking for food. If it doesn't get food, it's going to start to eat away at your muscle. You don't want that.
And so, I mean, we've been talking a lot about like
high performance guys,
Yeah.
right? And like guys who are in the NHL and everything like that. But like, you've known me for a while now. You've known me at my heaviest at like 320. You've known me at like when I was like 250.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sitting at like 290 now, like, you know, frustrated with like the loss of the progress that I've had. People like me, people in my situation, like maybe they got a little bit more weight on. How would you, what's your number one piece of advice for that?
Well, the most important part is fuel, right? The nutrition, like 80% that, recovery falls into that. I mean, the exercising is actually the last thing, to be quite honest with you. I mean, because, you ever heard that saying, steady pace wins the race? You do a lot of walking all day long. I see you with your camera, you're all over the place. I mean, walking is great. I mean, it keeps the heart rate at a steady pace. You're burning a lot of fat calories. It's the fuel, right? Because most people take in more than they need. And what happens is if you do that, then, the math doesn't equal out. But as far as exercise goes, I mean, yeah, you could do some light weights, but again, knowing your schedule, 80% is what you eat. And the crazy thing about this is that you have to eat a lot of food, right? Because most people are like, oh, he's asking me not to eat. No, I'm asking you to eat, but it's what you eat. So like that smoothie there is about, anywhere from like 400 calories. I don't really like to count calories because as long as it's good food, I believe your body will process it right and use it as energy. So that there's about 400 calories. But if you had 5 of these a day, you would actually lose weight, not even exercising, because you would be taking in less than 3,500 calories a week, which is probably, less than the requirement that most people need. And you'd be actually losing 1 pound of fat, and vice versa. A lot of people take in an extra 3,500 calories a week, which equals 1 pound of fat. So you see it's simple math. Right, so I would suggest just making some positive changes in the eating habits, and then continue doing what you're doing. Because I see you, you're walking around, you're filming, you're carrying the camera. That's exercise. That's not easy stuff.
No, I appreciate the insight. The last group of the day will prove to you just what it takes to be great. See, the athletes who train here have been a part of some incredible moments, especially Golden Knights defenseman Ben Hutton, who is now a Stanley Cup champion, alongside recently drafted Calgary Flames prospect Henry Muse, who will be in this next group.
Between that millisecond, okay, with the push makes a huge difference, guys. It's a game changer.
Good. There's one. That's it. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. There's 2. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. There's 3. Good. On the ice. There's 4. One more.
Another off-season at TG's. Ben, just kind of seeing your career over the last few years and like where everything's at now, Stanley Cup champ and all that. How much do you attest to it of just spending your off seasons here?
Yeah, obviously Tony's been a big part. I made the switch over to Tony a few years back, and I think it's just translated into my game. I feel bigger, stronger, faster, which is really the name of the game. So he's helped me make big strides, and it's good vibes in here. We work hard every single day. You'll see in the video, like we're sweating, we're working our bags off, so it's fun.
And one thing that's really unique here that a lot of guys talk about is the community. A lot of guys look up to you as like an older guy in the group as well too, and you'll hear your name mentioned. Tell me a little bit about, maybe if it's the added pressure of having to be the role model here with this group a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, it is good. Obviously, it's weird saying it, but I am one of the older guys in here now, and it's fun though. These young guys that come in with the young blood, the good energy, and I'm trying. I'm in the NHL. I'm trying to set an example for them on hard work. But at the same time, they're motivating me to push me and keep me working hard too. So it's a fun. We feed off each other, I feel.
That's Alex Desjardins. He's a second-round pick for Gatineau Olympics. Only 15 years of age. Alex Desjardins. It's going to be awesome.
Kind of crazy because I remember coming here when you hadn't even been drafted into the OHL yet, and now I'm back here and you're drafted into the NHL. Can you talk to me a little bit about just how the off seasons here at TG's kind of prepared you for that?
Yeah, I'm in a group with Claude Giroux, Ben Hutton, and with Clark brothers and stuff. So they're all like pro players and stuff. So
I think just the atmosphere, the intensity, the environment I'm working out in is, it prepares me for the next level and really challenges me, which is great for my, my working out and my development in the off season.
No bullshit. You've been with Claude, right, since like his junior days to now after 1,000 games in the NHL with like 1,000 points. No bullshit. Why do you think he stayed with you all this time?
I think he likes to be challenged. I think he likes the workouts. I think he's a very smart guy. Claude is driven, not just mentally, but physically. But most people think it's physical. I think it's more mental with him because I see it. He goes into exercises believing he can do it. I mean, the other week he just crushed like 520 pounds. And it was the first time we kind of did that in a while. And this guy's now 36, so his mind is so strong because he's been brought up throughout these 17 years to always believe and always understand that you could always do better than you think you can. And he's had to be that guy. Like, look, he wasn't drafted, through the OHL. He was drafted in the Q. He's gone through obstacles that hindered his positive growth, and he went through it, first round pick for Philadelphia Flyers. So these are all the experiences and the transition with the training that's helped him believe that he can do it. And he's that guy. Like, he's just so mentally driven. So I think I bring the best out of him because I know him. It's like my kid that, I know when he's good, I know when he's bad, I know how to push him, I know when to give him heck, I know when to, motivate him. And we have that connection that, it's taken 17 years, right? Yeah. So I think that's the reason why, because it's like an addiction. It's an addiction for me too. I love training guys, but I do have to admit I love training Claude because he uplifts me. Like he gets me revved up. Oftentimes, like last week, we were doing the Hexbar squad, and stupid me, I had to actually go and do it after he did it, and then I ended up slamming the weight on my toe, and my toe is super bruised. But again, that's the kind of stuff that we feed off each other, right? And like, I get a high, he gets a high. Obviously he's playing a professional sport, but yeah, so I think that's the reason why he's actually stuck with me, because he's obviously seen the results on the ice, right? At the end of the day, he's a pro athlete. I think if the results weren't there on the physical side, chances are he probably wouldn't be here. And I don't blame him neither, right?
All right, hey, we just spent the day with you. It's always great for me to come out here, see the boys again, and it's been cool to see the progression over the 5 years. How, day's wrapping up pretty much. Like, how accurate is a day like this? Like, how many times does this look like in the run of a week? Well,
for the whole summer, we're here for like 3 months, Rob. Like, every day, grinding it out. These athletes, they mentally come in, they get prepared. Like you said, they have the coffee. Some don't like the coffee, some do. They work in like a lot of heat outside, inside. And then, they just mentally prepare for their camp, which is late August and then September 15th. So we go like this pretty much, for 3 months. Our team is like super focused on it. We get revved up as coaches and instructors to bring the best out of these guys. We make sure every workout is a new workout every time, and we have lots of energy, because that translates into like their whole progression in the gym, right?
Hey. Always great to see you.
Yeah, man. All right, buddy.
Thanks for having me out.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a day.
Anytime.
That's a day with an NHL personal trainer. In the meantime, stay best, guy.